Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
what's up?
From running one of the biggest labels in hip hop and winning multiple Grammys to going away to prison for 4 years and having the entire internet clowning him for his actions, Diddy has been getting in trouble since the start of his career, so this was nothing new to anyone. In 1990, Diddy dropped out of college to take an internship role at Uptown Records as a talent director and saw plenty of success early on producing records for Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, and Father MC. But in between his Uptown Records run, he organized a charity basketball event at City College in New York. But at this event, 9 people were killed and 29 were injured due to a stampede. Diddy wasn't found at fault, instead it was due to poor security and overcrowding, but his name was all over the event. 1993 was when Diddy's career made a huge pivot. He was fired from Uptown Records and founded Bad Boy Records, signing Biggie, Craig Mack, Faith Evans, 112, and Total.
Even when I let Puff go, for the whole time he was let go, he was always on payroll. I never stopped paying him until he found his next spot. His artists were always still getting per diem, because I didn't do it to hurt him, but I knew it was time for him to grow. And the only way he could grow was if he was going to have the same kind of corporate conversations that I was subjected to.
Bad Boy Records exploded into the kings of East Coast hip hop with major album releases all around, with of course the biggest being Ready to Die from Biggie. Diddy went on to sign Mace and release Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, which stayed at #1 for 6 weeks. But in 1997, Biggie was murdered in a drive-by, which is still unresolved to this day, and everyone suspects he knew who did it and had a hand in it, even 50 Cent claiming Diddy knows who did it. But the tragic murder of Biggie only made Diddy bigger. The same year Biggie released Life After Death, Mace released Harlem World, and Diddy himself released an album that won a Grammy the next year for Best Rap Album. All 3 of these albums combined for 17 platinum certifications. But Diddy could not stay out of trouble. After the release of the Hate Me Now video, it showed Diddy being crucified, which made him storm the Interscope Records headquarters with 2 men to assault Steve Stout, causing him to suffer a broken jaw and arm. Diddy pleaded guilty to the assault charges, paid a fine, took anger management, and paid Steve $500,000. That same year, there was a shooting in a New York nightclub where Diddy was arrested on weapons charge but was eventually found not guilty. Diddy's run still wasn't over. From 2002 to 2023, Diddy became a mogul, founding Sean John Clothing, performing at the halftime show, sold half of Bad Boy Records to Warner Music Group, debuted with another #1 album, became the face of Ciroc Vodka, which became a billion-dollar company, co-founded Revolt TV, and reached the top of Forbes hip-hop list multiple times with a net worth near $1 billion. Diddy was just on fire for 2 decades, but this was the high before the fall. In November of 2023, Diddy's ex Cassie accuses him of sex trafficking, sexual assault, and domestic violence in a lawsuit for $30 million.
From the sexual assault lawsuit filed against singer P. Diddy, whose real name is Sean Combs, the woman who was his girlfriend for years says she was actually a victim of sex trafficking, plied with drugs, and forced to have sex with multiple men.
But magically, the lawsuit was mutually settled the next day. The following months, nearly 10 women came out accusing Diddy of sexual assault, with lawsuits coming out left and right, forcing him to step down as the Revolt TV chairman. It all got even more aggressive in March of 2024 when Diddy's homes in LA and Miami were raided and federal agents found weapons, drugs, large quantities of adult toys, and 1,000 bottles of baby oil, bringing light to the alleged Diddy freak-off parties.
In what he called a freak-off, which he filmed.
Our Chopper 4 over the scene. This is all due to possible sex trafficking and investigation related to that. These searches were performed as part of the ongoing investigation. Just a short time ago, they released this statement saying, quote, "Earlier today, Homeland Security investigators New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with the assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our law enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available."
A few months later, footage came out of Diddy assaulting Cassie in a hotel, showing the world how Diddy really is. Just a few months later, Diddy was arrested and on trial for trafficking and racketeering, facing up to 20 years in prison. Cassie and plenty others testified on Diddy's exploitation of men and women to perform adult acts which he recorded and used as blackmail. On July 2nd, 2025, he was sentenced to 50 months in prison where he's still serving today.
With cameras not allowed in the federal courtroom Friday, sketches were the only glimpse of what played out inside the much-anticipated sentencing of Diddy. Combs ultimately sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in prison and a fine of $500,000.
Diddy's name is completely destroyed and no one remembers him for all the accolades he built over his music career, but instead all the disgusting acts he was found guilty for. Later the same year, in December of 2025, 50 Cent, who has had a long-time feud with Diddy, released Sean Combs' The Reckoning documentary, where 50 Cent had victims talk about Diddy's freak-offs, the story of Diddy planning to kill Kid Cudi, Aubrey O'Day getting fired from the band, Danity Kane because she didn't want to perform adult acts with Diddy, Diddy wanted to wash his hands after shaking hands with fans,
and then saying this about the interaction moments later.
I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath.
the story of Diddy slapping his own mother, and plenty of more victims coming out to recall the stories they have of the dark things Diddy forced them to do. It's safe to say Diddy will never make a comeback to the successful rapper and businessman he once was, and frankly, I'm surprised he only got 50 months in prison. But if you guys enjoyed, be sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.